Christian, that was wonderful. I'm odd, darling boy. I was 7 and had only recently started speaking. You're just so competent, Anna continues. Why, thank you, Miss Steele. My face warms with pleasure at her unexpected praise. I hope she doesn't notice. You obviously enjoy this, she says a little later. What? Flying. It requires control and concentration, 2 qualities I most enjoy. How could I not love it? Though my favorite is soaring. Soaring? Yes, gliding to the layperson. Gliders and helicopters, I fly them both. Perhaps I should take her soaring. Getting ahead of yourself, Gray. And since when do you take anyone soaring? Since when do I bring anyone in Charlie Tango? ATC refocuses me on the flight path, halting my rogue thoughts as we approach the outskirts of Seattle. We're close, and I'm closer to knowing whether this is a pipe dream or not. Anna is staring out the window, entranced. I can't keep my eyes off her. Please say yes.
My face above the water, my feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. I'm slowly drifting away, wave after wave, wave after wave. I'm slowly drifting away, and it feels like I'm drowning, pulling against the stream, pulling against the stream.
Looks good, doesn't it? I ask, so that she'll turn and I can see her face. She does, with a huge cock-tightening grin. We'll be there in a few minutes, I add. Suddenly, the atmosphere in the cabin shifts, and I have a more heightened awareness of her. Breathing deeply, I inhale her scent and sense the anticipation. Anna's, mine. As we descend, I take Charlie Tango through the downtown area toward Escala, my home, and my heart rate increases. Anna starts fidgeting. She's nervous too. I hope she doesn't flee. As the helipad comes into view, I take another deep breath. This is it. We land smoothly and I power down, watching the rotor blades slow and come to a stop. All I can hear is the hiss of white noise over our headphones as we sit in silence. I remove my cans, then remove Anna's too. We're here, I say quietly. Her face is pale in the glow of the landing lights, her eyes luminous. Sweet Lord, she's beautiful. I unbuckle my harness and reach over to undo hers. She peers up at me, trusting, young, sweet. Her delicious scent is almost my undoing. Can I do this with her? She's an adult. She can make her own decisions. And I want her to look at me this way once she knows me, knows what I'm capable of. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You know that, don't you? She needs to understand this. I want her submission, but more than that, I want her consent. I'd never do anything I didn't want to do, Christian. She sounds sincere, and I want to believe her. With those pacifying words ringing in my head, I climb out of my seat and open the door, then jump down onto the helipad. I take her hand as she exits the aircraft. The wind whips her hair around her face, and she looks anxious. I don't know if it's because she's here with me, alone, or if it's because we're 30 stories high. I know it's a giddy feeling being up here. Come.
I wish I could make it easy. Easy to love me. Still I reach and find a way. I'm stuck here in between. I'm looking for the right words to say. I'm slowly drifting away. Wave after wave, wave after wave. I'm slowly drifting away. And it feels like I'm drowning, pulling against the stream, pulling against the stream.
Wrapping my arm around her to shield her from the wind, I guide her to the elevator. We are both quiet as we make the short journey to the penthouse. She's wearing a pale green shirt beneath her black jacket. It suits her. I make a mental note to include blues and greens in the clothes I'll provide if she agrees to my terms. She should be better dressed. Her eyes meet mine in the elevator's mirrors as the doors open to my apartment. She follows me through the foyer, across the corridor, and into the living room. "Can I take your jacket?" I ask. Anna shakes her head and clutches the lapels to emphasize that she wants to keep her jacket on. "Okay. Would you like a drink?" I try a different approach and decide that I need a drink to steady my nerves. Why am I so nervous? Because I want her. "I'm going to have a glass of white wine. Would you like to join me?" "Yes, please," she says. In the kitchen, I slip off my jacket and open the wine fridge. A Sauvignon Blanc would be a good icebreaker. Pulling out a serviceable Pouilly Fumé, I watch Anna peer through the balcony doors at the view. When she turns and walks back toward the kitchen, I ask if she'd be happy with the wine I've selected. "I know nothing about wine, Christian. I'm sure it will be fine." She sounds subdued. Shit, this isn't going well. Is she overwhelmed? Is that it? I pour 2 glasses and walk to where she stands in the middle of my living room, looking every bit the sacrificial lamb. Gone is the disarming woman. She looks lost. Like me. "Here." I hand her the glass, and she immediately takes a sip, closing her eyes in obvious appreciation of the wine. When she lowers the glass, her lips are moist. Good choice, Gray.